welcome back to the show. Our next guest has got you covered when it comes to window covering. She will be participating again at the Home Renovation Show coming up this weekend at the EY Center. We're joined by Kathleen, who's the owner and a design consultant with Got You Covered of Central Ottawa. Welcome to the show, Kathleen. Great to have you here.
Nice to meet you.
So, Kathleen, I know that you were born and raised, as I understand, in South Africa.
Yeah.
That's correct.
You've traveled around quite a bit. What made you settle in Ottawa? What brought you to Ottawa?
We originally landed in Vancouver. We traveled along the country trying to find our spot where we were going to settle.
Yeah, so that's what you decided to do with your family? You guys got a minivan and traveled across the country to figure out where you wanted to live.
And then at the time, it was great. It was, of course, we had a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old. It was quite the interesting journey across.
What an adventure.
Yeah, it was. And then as we landed in Ottawa, my husband had to go back to South Africa to go and finish some work there. I had to put the kids into school, and before I knew it, I was settled in Ottawa.
Wow.
So I love this place. And then we moved on to Chelsea. We live in Chelsea at the moment.
Beautiful
so
area.
our children have grown up now, they're 15 and 13 respectively, so we live out that side. And at the time when we settled, we actually were looking to buy a business, and then at one stage we decided that I have a flair for design, wanted to do something once the kids were at an age where they were looking after themselves and I was no longer the one that had to take care of everything. So this became the thing that I then decided to do.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of different businesses that you could have bought into or opened up your own. What stood out with Got You Covered? Because I believe they're Colorado-based?
They are. They're a Denver-based business, and they're a franchise. They have 50 franchisees across North America. There's around about 11 in Ottawa, not in Ottawa, in Canada itself.
Okay.
And the idea of it was, I loved the name. It was one of those when it was very catchy when I said to my daughter, oh, look at this, and my 15-year-old, oh, that's cool. I'm like, okay, I can live with this one. This is great. So what I did is I actually decided that was one of the reasons. The other was the fact that it's a franchisee that is a franchisor that's small enough that it still allows me a lot of autonomy.
Right.
And allows me to do what I want to do in a way that is service-based, but also it allows me to have a referral business, which is very important for me.
Of course.
And yes, so it's very, very nice. And they're very good in terms of their backup as far as the business is concerned, in terms of setting everything up for us and being there as a support. It's fantastic, yes.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what you do, because you do different types of window coverings.
That's correct, yes.
There are so many out there. One of the things that you do is what's called solar shades. What are solar shades exactly?
Well, solar shades, basically what it is when you have a situation where you have a lot of heat that is coming into a room. If you have a room that is on a sun side, what would happen is you could have something where you want to keep your view, but you want to cut out the UV rays of the sun coming in. And what this does is it allows you to actually cut the UV so that your carpets are protected, your furniture is protected, and you can decide on what level you want, from a 1% to a 14%, and you can, with that, adjust your level of privacy as well. So it's really great, and they come in almost any kind of different. So this would be an example, for example, a shade that would be a solar shade. This would be where you would add a blackout to it, but this over here would give you your opening. And your, sorry, let me just get that one over there. So this would give you an idea of.
Okay, so I can see through this.
You can see through this.
Can people see in?
Let me see. People can see in, but only if you are having a light on, or if you at night you would have a little bit of a shadow coming in. But you can see, for example, that's what it gives. But it allows you a view as well. So if you're looking in, you can actually see.
Oh yeah, it's transparent here.
Yeah, you can see right into it. Yes. So that would be an example of something that a solar shade. And they come in various designs, and it would really depend on your decor and what you have in your home, what we would choose. And if you want blackout, we would have the option to do a blackout behind it. So that would give you an option to sleep in if you're somebody who does shift work, or you have a nursery, or you want to watch TV because it takes the glare off your television.
Oh, that makes it, yeah.
And off your monitor, your computer monitor and things like that. So it really has a very functional side to it, but also a very nice aesthetic side to it.
So shades are right now very popular. Do you think that they're replacing a lot of curtains, or are they being combined?
You know, they are
trend?
being combined. It is a bit of
Okay.
a trend. So what a lot of people would do is they would put a blind in, something similar to this, and then they would soften it with a drape.
Okay.
Very much depends on your decor. Some people
Right.
with very modern lines in their homes tend to go with blinds because it gives them the opportunity to keep the lines very clean. Now, this, for example, is a blind that is
I can hold this for you.
a
here.
Roman shade. So basically, sorry, I just have to do this. So what it does is it gives you a curtain
Nice.
on that side, but what it does is at the back, it has
Oh.
a shade, a cellular shade,
Okay.
and it gives you this over here, which gives you additional insulation and blackout.
Interesting. Okay.
So that gives you a combination of the feel of a drape, but it also gives you the additional insulation with a
Right.
cellular blind.
I guess it depends on the style of home you have too. You sent
Absolutely.
us a number of pictures. Why don't we bring some of the pictures
Sure,
up on
go
screen
ahead.
here so we can have a look, and then maybe you can tell us a little bit about what we're seeing here.
Okay, those are horizontal. Sorry, I can't see.
They're horizontal.
They are horizontal blinds, and over here you've got shutters. They are California shutters, and those are used in this case specifically as a closet.
Right.
But you usually can use them. They are usually used as a window covering, and you can adjust the light. But in this case, yeah, they've actually used them
What a
for
great,
that.
yeah, what a
Oh,
great
for the
repurpose
closet.
of
That looks
something
really
Yeah.
nice.
So, yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one here.
And over here, you've got what they call is you've got a cellular shade at the bottom, and then at the top, you've got a see-through cellular. So in other words, it's a dual shade.
Right.
So the bottom you can pull up to the top, and that will give you an opportunity to keep the room dark. And should you want to have light come in, and you want to keep the room light, you would bring that down, and you would have your room as light or as dark as you want
What a
to.
great idea.
Yeah. And over here, this is a Roman shade, and
Yes.
then combined with some drapes.
Oh, Roman shades look elegant.
Oh, they are so
Yes.
elegant,
They're
and they
so
are used in
beautiful.
so many different aspects.
Oh,
now,
this is
this
very
over
nice.
here is a very beautiful natural product. So what's happened is it's a Roman shade, but it's with grass, like grass
yeah, okay.
fibers.
Wow.
So it's when you want a really natural look, this is something
I
that you
love
can
that
do.
look.
Very Asian and
yeah, very much. And you can
beautiful.
add a privacy liner to that if you should want to, and it's really
It'd be nice in a cottage. You get that
Absolutely.
nature feel to it. What
Oh,
are these?
that's
Now
gorgeous.
these are the solar shades that I showed
Okay.
you. So that's where you keep your view, as you can see.
Yeah.
And it also, what it does is it keeps your sun from coming in, and it would protect your furniture as well as keep your energy levels in your home and your
Right, when you're, especially
Exactly.
in the summer, keep
Exactly.
your AC bills
Yeah,
down a
that's
bit
it.
from
Yeah,
protecting you from the
absolutely.
sunlight.
And those are just a combination of Roman shades that have been
Look
put
how
up in that
classy
room.
that looks.
Doesn't it
Wow,
look
that's
awesome?
amazing. And you have remote controls that
You
actually
absolutely do.
So now you can do motorized.
Absolutely, you can do motorized on just about everything, and it's also moving towards the concept where it's just like the situation where you can possibly in the future be able to control it from a device that isn't necessarily while you're at home. So you
Wow.
would go from your
Have your cell
laptop, your
phone
cell
and-
phone, absolutely.
I forgot to close the blinds.
Exactly, yes. And
There
it
we
will
go.
help, and it will help as
From
well as the
outside.
smarter the homes get, that will obviously be linked into it, so that
That's
your
Right.
energy
amazing
bills will be able to be monitored and also adjusted accordingly. So as the heat goes up and down in the
Nice.
house.
Well, Kathleen, you're going to be at the home renovation
I
show
am.
all weekend long. So any
Absolutely.
questions you'll be happy to answer with
I
people,
would
correct?
absolutely love to. Anybody
Excellent.
who wants to come and visit, it'll be great.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank
really
you so
appreciate
much.
it.
Thank
You
you
can
so
visit their
much. Lovely
website to
seeing
find
you.
out more information, of course. You can go visit Kathleen and her team at the Home Renovation Show at the EY Center Friday through Sunday. Don't go away. We're back talking taste in the glebe right after this. Another kitchen segment. Don't go anywhere.